I wonder if we're going to see Nick Scott absolutely crush Deebo Samuel again. Honestly, that would make my week. Alright, what is up Rams house? Welcome back into another video, and we are going to be previewing one of the best rivalries in football right now, and that is the Rams and the 49ers. And to add on top of that, it's on Monday Night Football, so what more could you ask for? And man, if you guys have been watching my channel for a long time, you guys know I hate the 49ers with a passion. I'm sure many Rams fans hate the 49ers with a passion, and that streak they had going against us until that NFC Championship game, we just had to watch them spank us every single game. Here's what we have to do to be able to beat them in this regular season game week 4 on Monday Night Football. Okay, so my first point of emphasis for the Rams offense this week is to utilize quick passes and move the pocket. If you guys have not watched this 49ers defense this year, it's actually pretty underrated, and it's a really good defense, and they know how to apply pressure and get into the quarterback's face all the time. Whenever that happens with Matthew Stafford, we don't get great outcomes, and we've seen in the past when the 49ers can get to Matthew Stafford, we don't have the best of outcomes. I personally don't think we're going to be able to run the football very well this week. I just think the 49ers defensive front is really good paired with those linebackers, so I think it's really going to fall on the shoulders of Matthew Stafford, and when that ends up happening, we're going to have to protect him well, be creative, use multiple formations like we've been doing, utilize different weapons and all that, but I think the main point of emphasis is get everybody involved, use those quick passes, and move that pocket around so that the 49ers can't get consistent penetration on Matthew Stafford, really get in his face and disrupt the game, because when that happens, he starts to turn over the football. We give the possessions to them and they can just kind of ball control on it. My next point of emphasis for the Rams offense is limit the turnovers, especially when you're playing a team like the 49ers who know ball control football. They know how to scheme to be able to close out games really well. They can put 8 to 10 minute drives up against your team, and so we can't give them any sort of turnovers for momentum, but also to give their offense time to be able to do that ball control and really limit our amount of possessions that we can do. All right, now for the points of emphasis for the Rams defense versus the 49ers offense. I'll tell you guys this, it's the same as last year, it's the same as the year before that, and that is stop that run. That is what the 49ers are built on. It's that run game, especially with Jimmy Garoppolo. He's not an elite quarterback, and that is why most of the times this team runs the football. They're really good at running the football. You can't let them get going early with that, because otherwise they're going to ball control, they're going to break off these big runs. You're not going to have much of a chance in the football game, because they're just going to absolutely suffocate you by having these long drives that go down the field, end up scoring, just wear out your defense. And they do this because Garoppolo, again, he's going to slip up, he's going to make mistakes, he's not an elite quarterback. If you put the ball in his hands in a shootout, he's probably going to be the quarterback to end up making the mistakes. So you got to stop this 49ers running game by all means. And I've been preaching this the entire offseason. I think we can do it with the addition of Bobby Wagner, one of the best run-stopping linebackers in the NFL. He's seen it all in the league. He's had great success versus the 49ers. I think he's going to be a guy who's going to be key in this game to diagnose the runs. I think we're really going to feel his impact this game in particular, because the 49ers have been so good in the past of just being able to expose our weakness at that linebacker position with Troy Reed or Traven Howard, whoever was in there. I think Bobby Wagner's presence is really going to be felt. The Rams defense is much improved, and so I think stopping that run game is still going to be the #1 priority, no matter what. If Garoppolo is on the 49ers team, however long that ends up being, you just got to stop that run, put it in his hands. We saw that in week 18. We obviously ended up losing that game because we kind of choked the lead when we were up 17-0. But to get us to that 17-0 point, we stopped their run game, put it in Garoppolo's hands, and sure enough, he made the mistakes. Put it in his hands, make him make mistakes. That leads me into another point. Keep them in 3rd and longs. Don't give them the 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 4s, because that is what Garoppolo thrives off of. He can do those short down, 3rd down situations there. You got to put him in tough situations where he has to make the great reads against good pressure looks against our great cornerbacks. So you got to keep them in those 3rd and longs. Don't let them get those easy downs. And man, if I see Raheem Morris playing like 15 yards off with our defensive backs once again, just giving up those free plays for 2nd, 3rd down, I don't think it's going to look good for this Rams defense. I think we got to play man-to-man versus them. We can't give up anything over the middle like we have in years past, because we've seen how that worked out. So get the 49ers to long 3rd down situations. Garoppolo is probably not going to make you pay most of the time. Got to stop that run. Don't play soft on defense to be able to let them just, bend but don't break, because the 49ers, that's what they want. They want to be able to control the ball, hog the ball, and then make you make mistakes when they're on defense. So those are the big keys. Pressure Garoppolo, get him into those 3rd and longs. I think we have a good chance, and of course, stop that run. So that is my game preview for today. Let me know what yours is. I think the Rams are going to end up winning 23-13. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the Rams put up 2 touchdowns, 3 field goals. I think the 49ers get 1 touchdown, 2 field goals. That's just kind of the way I think this game's going to go, but I want to know what your thoughts are. Of course, if you could subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 4K. I'd really appreciate it. Drop a like if you did enjoy, and as always, go Rams.